Oh, well, welcome to Bourbon Riders. I was just reading up on the label of the Chattanooga 91. I haven't looked at it in a while or tasted it in a while. You know, I forgot that it's a straight bourbon whiskey, just not a Tennessee whiskey like some Tennessee whiskeys are. That it's a small batch, high malt, and it's made from 4 grains. I certainly forgot that. Well, Chattanooga whiskey, if you haven't seen some of my videos, is pretty much a staple around here. I love the Cask 111, and I've tasted and like the 91. It's a good bourbon. It's a great bourbon for the money. And certainly the 4 grains and the high malt, that really strikes something with me because I'm not a high rye person. So, but just looking at that, because we bought recently this Chattanooga Whiskey Founders. This is the 11th anniversary blend, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you know, I have been a fan of the Chattanooga whiskey for a while. I tasted it years ago before I was a real bourbon fan. I liked it back then. I like it now. I like some of the new things they're doing. The Cask 111, I'm a recent fan of. I would say it's just been a few months since I originally tried it and love it. It's in my top 5 of cask strength bourbons. I love the proof level. I love the flavor. I love the richness. And even though it's fairly a young bourbon compared to some of the cask strength bourbons I drink, I think it's wonderful. It's a great value. So we're gonna open this Founders Edition and see what that's all about. Because you know, I've seen it. I think I saw it last year, and of course it disappeared fast, as they do with any special release. And I never got to sample it. Well, the minute I saw it on a store shelf, the first place, I think it was over in Cartersville at Big Time, I grabbed it right away. I think, like, I need to buy this now because I don't know how long they last on the shelf, how special they are. And I can tell you I have not seen it lately. I don't think it's gone, but I think some of the stores are selling the stock they have. Now, you can go to the website, ChattanoogaWhiskey.com, and there's actually a page that they talk about the Founders 11th Anniversary Blend, and I won't bother reading all that. But what's interesting to me about it is that even though it's not a old or real mature bourbon, it's greater than 2 years, so it's pretty young, is the mash bill really is a blend of 3 different bourbons. And they talk about that in this little tag here, and I'll go through that because I think the little tag's more interesting. They talk about this Solera Barrel 1816, which I believe is the source bourbon they originally had to buy from MGP in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And as they were developing their own bourbon in their experimental distillery, which is across from the Chattanooga Choo Choo Hotel, if you're familiar with the area, they developed, I don't know if it was batch or barrel, it says here. Their 91, which I was just drinking, is their signature Tennessee high malt recipe born from our experimental distillery's 91st barrel. So it's not 91 proof just by accident. It's 91 proof by design. And the flavor profile was all developed at that little experimental distillery. And I've been in there, and I've actually gone through bourbon tastings over there. It's a great place if you're ever in downtown Chattanooga. And that's where the 91 came from. So the first blend, or the first component of the Founders, is the MGP, and they called that the 1816. And there's a reason for that. I'll let you read that on the website. And then the second part is the 91. And then the third part is their Infinity Barrel, where they've got an evolving blend of innovative recipes. This is their experimental bourbons they developed there. And if you ever go to that shop over there, they've got a retail section right in the front, and you can sample and buy the experimental recipes they're doing, and some of them are very, very interesting, and that's where they kind of develop the new ones that are coming out. So like we always do on this show, we're going to see what kind of pop it's got. Nice vacuum there. No sunshine came out on me. Lately I have been like, and it's all over me. Well, that is a nice aroma. I can't quite tell you what it is until we get it in a glass, but it does smell good. So let's get a fresh Let's get a fresh Glencairn and get some chugging going on. Oh, that sounded nice. I've always admired the Chattanooga bottle design as being very old-fashioned, very simplistic, of kind of a bygone era. I mean, there's a lot of bottles out there I think are just fantastic, and just there might be more money in the bottle than the actual whiskey. That's not the case here. It's a very simple design with a big fat ass cork on the top, and I just like that. It's good looking on the shelf and good tasting in the palate. So we'll put it off here right next to the 91, because that's kind of what I'm comparing it to. I'm not going to really compare it with the 111, because the 111 I think is a different animal. The proof on this is 100, which is I think the 91 is 91, so there you go. So a little bit more, kind of like in between the cask 111. I'm really hoping for a unique taste here, one that I've not tasted before and will become a new fan. So let's see what kind of swirling we got going on here. Nice light to medium amber. A thin coating. What does the nose think? Yeah, kind of what I was smelling in the bottle. Maple syrupy. I do get a kind of maple syrup smell. Vanilla. Cinnamon. Some baking spice going on there. Definitely kind of a fall kind of dessert treat going on in my glass. That's very nice. Yeah. If I was scoring this against another bourbon, they might have a hard time beating this one. It's got a very delicious aroma. All right, can't wait any longer. Cheers. Very nice. Definitely up there, maybe surpassing the cask 111 as far as the flavor goes. A lot of baking spice right up front, not too peppery, sweetness, some dark fruits going on there. Definitely some molasses, brown sugar coming across. Pancakes, baby, with fruit. Pancakes with fruit. Let's try this again. And smooth. It's not harsh. I get a little bit of the MGP. I've got a couple MGP sourced bourbons that I like. I really do. And I've gotten used to kind of being able to identify the taste profile, and I can taste the MGP in it, and it's not objectionable. I know not everyone likes MGP, but they're a good distillery. They produce a lot of well-known products, and a couple of them are some of my favorites, definitely in my top 10. So don't discount it just because someone says, oh, that's MGP. No. Value it for what it is. Do you like it? The finish although not real long lasting, is got that fruit and sugar and light baking spice going on into the finish. Like I said, it doesn't last quite as long as I'd like, but still it's good. A little shorter finish. So we're going to take another sip and go to final thoughts. Final thoughts. This bourbon, this Cask 111, Tennessee High Malt, was my favorite sipping Chattanooga whiskey. It's now been replaced with this Founders. Now, I can probably find this for months or years to come. I can't find this, so I'm going to probably enjoy this before we even finish this. And I like them both, don't get me wrong. But this just brings something extra to the table that I'm not getting with the 111. The 111 to me is just a much better, much stronger flavor than the 91. The 91's good, the 111's better, the Founders is best. So, our recommendation system, if you've not watched our shows before, and hopefully by now you have, is a 1 to 5, 1 being the highest. And it's like, this is our first or top recommendation, number 1. To number 5, basically, we don't recommend it at all. If you drink it, it better be free, because we're totally saying it's not any good. So, what is our recommendation for the Chattanooga Founders 11th Anniversary Blend? A solid 1. We think if you know where it is, and it's not too late at night, stop the video, go get this bottle, come back, and drink some more with us. We think it's that good, and it's not going to be around forever. The longer you wait, the less chance you have in acquiring this fabulous bourbon. I think it's the best Chattanooga whiskey that I've tasted to date, and I want you to be able to have that experience. So, we hope you like this video and you'll subscribe for more videos like this, because it's subscriptions that keeps this channel going and brings you more videos like this and allows us to buy, because we're not sponsored by anybody. We don't get these bourbons for free. I pay for these. So no one's telling me what to say. I say what I want to. And I'm telling you, this is some good bourbon. You should try it. So please subscribe, and always never drink and drive. Please drink responsibly. And I'm going to enjoy the hell this evening, so we'll see you next time. Go get this bottle, come back, and drink some more with us.